Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. Today, my friends, I'm going to be testing the GeForce GTX 690 in Cyberpunk 2077. And this is not a really good idea. I'm going to tell you why. This right here, for those of you that don't know, the GeForce GTX 690 is a dual GPU card. So it actually has two GTX 680s in the same card. Now that's all okay, you know, for older titles that actually can utilize SLI properly. It does perform really well in those, but unfortunately the latest titles can't really take any advantage of SLI, and Cyberpunk is one of them. We're running it with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32 gigs of RAM to avoid any CPU bottlenecks, and we're also running the latest Nvidia drivers, which are 461.09. Okay friends, so we're playing at 1080p right now using the low settings preset as well as low textures, because although we have two 2GB cards, so for a total of 4 gigs, you can only utilize 2 of them. As you can see, everything is set to the minimum settings except for these. We might actually touch these later, but yeah, 1080p, low settings, high crowd density, because it's a CPU demanding option and we don't really have a problem with the CPU. Okay, let's just load into a game. Oh boy, I don't know, I still expected a little bit more coming from a GTX 680, but I guess, yeah, this is all the $1,000 690 is good for these days in Cyberpunk, guys. It's really bad. Oh man. What the heck, the card just spawned? What? No, it respawned. It was right there, and then it was in the middle of the road. Anyways, we all know at this point that this is not Night City. This is just Bug City. As you can see, RAM utilization is actually at 10 gigabytes, which is pretty okay, but that's only because the VRAM is actually maxed out. So, you know what? I think I'm just gonna grab this car. It's kind of playable. For those of you that are used to console-like experiences, I guess, maybe Xbox One and the PS4, those will actually play the game just as well as this, or worse, because those are at 720p mostly. You know what, I actually forgot, oh gosh, okay, forgot to count our FPS, but not that it matters too much, because it's not a very good experience. Obviously the car looks kind of weird there in the middle of the screen. Yeah, they should probably work on those third-person perspectives. It doesn't look very good, but yeah, if that was the only issue with this game, we'd all be very happy, wouldn't we? The clock speed of our currently utilized card is at 1071 megahertz, which is okay, you know, it's okay. It's completely normal for a GTX 690. The other one is just chilling at 915 megahertz. Of course, the other one, the GPU one, is not even getting any utilization whatsoever. Sometimes in games like PUBG, you can see the second GPU getting like 10-15% utilization at times, even though the game doesn't really support SLI properly. But yeah, it can still utilize the second GPU a little bit, but not this one. This one, it just completely disables the second GPU, and that's it. And I have no idea where I'm going. Oh my... Should we do these right here, dynamic fidelity FX? I'm not sure. Of course you can't use DLSS, by the way, but not sure if we should use these, because it's basically resolution scaling, and 80% is around 900p in this game. As you can see, it still doesn't reach 30. Well, it kind of does sometimes, but I think I prefer lowering the actual resolution here, okay? 1600 by 900 with the same low settings. We didn't really enable that one, of course. And let me check the FPS. It's the same. Like, it's basically the same. As you can see, 80% fidelity FX is basically the same as 900p native resolution. But I don't know why it just does look a little bit better to me at native res. I can't really put my finger on it. It might be like placebo or whatever. Not even placebo. Point is, this game is still not really that playable at 900p. As you can see, it's a shame to see this actually. Like, this was a $1,000 card. I'm really sad to see that SLI is completely dead these days. You can't even go into Nvidia Inspector and try to make it work. I'm gonna try that at the end of the video for a little bit, but I'm not an expert in that. In some areas, it's playable-ish, like 30 plus FPS right here, but of course in more demanding areas, it's gonna drop into the low 20s, as our 1% low suggests. So it's not a playable experience still at 900p, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and select 720p. The guy just disappeared. This is just an amazing game, guys. What can I tell you? Wow. 1280 by 720 using the custom setting. It's still at the lowest settings. It only shows custom because we messed around with that earlier. And all right, I think we finally achieved a playable experience here in Cyberpunk with the GTX 690/80. It's basically a 680 because it's only using one of them. So yeah, oh god, it still drops into the 30s, and this is not even a very demanding area, so it's still gonna drop into the 20s. Actually, I said 30s, I think, but yeah, it's gonna drop into the 20s way too often in this one, guys. It's not good. Okay, it's definitely not good. You should avoid buying this game if you have a GTX 690 or a 680. And oh gosh, yeah, we smashed into the car and the FPS dropped into the low 20s. I'm always saying 30s because usually a bad experience for me is FPS dropping into the low 30s, but this actually surpasses my worst experiences by a lot. And I don't know what's going on. She just disappeared. I really thought we wouldn't need to drop the resolution further than 720p to achieve playable frame rates with a GTX 680, but we kind of do. My eyes won't thank me after this, but we're gonna do it, okay guys? Let's stop it there. 34 FPS average and 24 1% lows. It's pretty bad. I think we're gonna do like 75% of 720p, which should be around 540p, maybe 58 something p. I don't know, 504p. This should be enough for us to get 30 plus FPS all of the time. It doesn't look pretty, as you can see. It's pretty blurry. And I definitely don't recommend you to buy this game if you have one of these GPUs. Again, I can't emphasize that enough, you know. This is completely bad. It's a bad experience. If you're buying Cyberpunk, you want to experience the visuals, you know. The game looks really, really beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my car is broken. No, I am too fat now. I can't go into the menu to drop my things because it's gonna increase our FPS by a lot. Oh. Just get out of here, people. God damn it. Oh, what are you doing? I hate this game. It's so stupid. Police in this game are just insanely out of balance, I would say. Like, what is this, man? Oh, I don't have bullets anymore. I think we're gonna die. Well, they might have nerfed them. Oh, yes. Oh, police are killing people like normal civilians. Are you kidding me? Okay, no, don't you kill me. All right, we're gonna grab this car. Get out of here. Oh my god, get in. Please, don't you die. Don't you die, V. We're good. Oh, no, I don't want any of this. Let's go. All right, we're good. We're doing this, guys. 40-something FPS. It didn't drop into the 20s there. At least I didn't really notice it. So that's awesome. Can I heal myself in the car? Of course, the developers wouldn't think of that, right? Well, guys, there's that. I think I am just gonna leave this and mess around with NVIDIA Inspector for a little bit. Try to get something working, or at least like 5% of the second GPU working. That would be great. And yeah, it won't really change much. Again, I don't think this game runs at all with SLI, but alright, we can try it, okay? So let's do that. Alright, so here's what I did. I just selected Cyberpunk 2077 there, and I selected Star Wars Battlefront right here with these two settings. I am a complete noob when it comes to this, okay? I don't know anything about SLI. This is like my second time I'm trying the 690 here with these hacks or whatever these things are. And I just applied them. Let's try this out okay. So let's try this again. 720p using the low settings with that setting set to 75%, so it's not really 720p. Okay, so it did absolutely nothing, as you can see. This GPU 1 is still at 0% or 1% most of the time. GPU 2 is still maxed out. Yep, this is the Cyberpunk experience with a GTX 690. It's not good. If you have this card, sell it, maybe. Keep it, upgrade, I don't know. SLI is dead, basically. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.